What's good, y'all? You are back with Chavez, me being Chavez, and I'm here to review the new tape from Young Thug and Chris Brown called Slime&B. I guess that's supposed to be like R&B, but Slime&B, then the beat's supposed to be from Brown, I guess. I don't fucking know, but the tape itself, man. Now I first heard that they were having a collab tape of some sorts. I think I heard about it last week or something like that I heard. But I heard they were gonna have it last week, and my first thought was like, oh no, because the collab tapes we've gotten for the past 2-3 years or so haven't been that great. Like the Future, like the collab tape we had with Future and Juice WRLD was not that great. The collab with a little Baby and Hunna was not that great. So yeah, the collab tapes from the past few years haven't been that great, or the majority of them at least. Like, you know what I mean? So my first thought was gonna be, oh no, and especially the fact is Young Thug and Chris Brown. Like, where did that come from? Young Thug and Chris Brown, and the fact they dropped this on a Tuesday. The fact they dropped this on the Tuesday was probably the one thing that kind of threw me off a little bit. But cause you know they kind of just surprised at this. It was like, here you go, guys. But no, but apparently what happened was that Tuesday was Chris Brown's birthday or something like that. So I don't know. But so going into this tape, I didn't have very high. I just didn't have very high hopes. So I went right into this tape. The first song, so it's all, and they're like, okay, cool. Her song was okay, you know, some cool little, you know, vibe, a cool little vibe, you know. But man, the rest of this tape was absolutely fire. I was just so shocked how fire this whole tape was from the second track. Because kind of like I said, the first track was just more something cool to start it off. But man, from track 2 till the last track, bro, this tape was fire. Like, the way Chris Brown, the way he harmonized on this tape, his vocals, like, I was so shocked at how well Young Thug and Chris Brown worked well. You know what I mean? They worked really well together. And there were some songs on here that honestly brought me back to the mid 2000s, man, because of how Chris Brown sounded. It sounded like that old Chris Brown. You know what I'm talking about? Just the way his vocals and his harmonies and all that were. That's what it reminded me of. Like, Animal. Yeah, that was the song name. The way he came in, Chris Brown did so good on this tape. Young Thug did actually really well too. I was so surprised how well that they worked together, kind of like I said, because you kind of want to expect two people like Young Thug and Chris Brown to collab, you know, hell like that. So, but man, just the way Young Thug just worked on this, man. The way Young Thug came into his vocals, you know what I mean? Like, Young Thug fit so well on all these songs. And there were a couple songs that didn't have Chris Brown on them. There was one that did have Young Thug on them. But I think the last song didn't have Chris Brown on it, but I had Young Thug and I think it was Future. And that song was actually so good too. Then the features, man. The features. Gonna. I don't care what y'all say, man. Hunna, to me, is probably one of the best trap artists to come out in the past 2 years. Like, yeah, he's one of the best trap artists to come out in the 2 years. The way he slides over some of the beats, I swear, man, he is fire. And the way he was on this project, the way he was on those 2 songs he was on this project was so fire. I swear, every time I get inside my car, every time I get in my car, a ton of songs are playing. There are songs by Gunna that are playing every single time I get inside my car. Remember the song from Tripper Drown 2. They're playing in my car, and some old song from Gunna from like Trip Too Hard series, the Trip series. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, this was a surprisingly good tape from the 2 of them, and wow, like this one shocked me about how fire the whole tape was. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I was so excited to finally be able to come on here and completely just shit all over this tape and be like, nah, man, didn't care for the tape, didn't like the tape, this tape sucked. I was so ready to come on here and say so much shit about this tape, but man, this tape, man, was fire. This was a good ass tape, yo. Like how surprising it was, man. Like, but man, I don't know, man. It was good, really good. Not too much really going on in there. Just, you know, I always have a feeling that I have a feeling they kind of just dropped this and give us something to bop with during quarantine. That's kind of what I felt like, because a lot of these songs were straight hits, man. A lot of these songs were just straight like hits you could hear on the radio, and I feel like that's kind of the vibe they were trying to go for here. So yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this review. Y'all comment down below and tell me how y'all feel, and yeah, man, see y'all in the next one, yo. Travis out.